summer fall fragrances. It's not quite cold enough to wear your full-on autumn scents, but not quite warm enough to wear your full-on summer scents either. It's that transitional period, a very fickle period. But I have a small list of fragrances that I think work very well for this particular period. And I'm going to start with a pretty modern option, which is probably one of my new favorites from Chanel. This is Chanel Sycamore. So this is obviously, Sycamore is a woodsy fragrance. It's on the light side, but still has that really nice approach, you know, more natural smelling, still prominent, very elegant, you know, I mean, anything I have tried from Chanel so far, but what I have tried has been super luxurious, and Sycamore is no exception here. It is, you know, if you're looking for something woodsy, light, a little bit breezy, a little bit clean, this is it, you know. It kind of bridges that gap between wanting something fresh for the summer, but wanting something a little bit warmer for the autumn, you know? So again, the perfect bridge, you know? So, also super feminine, super classy, you know. If you want to really embrace something elegant, you want to feel elegant, Sycamore's a good answer. Then, if you want something quite a bit more affordable, but still very luxurious, I haven't brought this up in a while, but here's my tiny sample of my L'air du Temps by Nina Ricci, and this is one of my personal favorites. This is a 1940s fragrance, late 1940s, but man, this is a good one. This is pretty similar, somewhat similar to number 5, a floral aldehyde fragrance, very nice florals, but the thing that makes it really nice for that bridge between summer and autumn is it has some really nice warm notes in the base note section. You know, it has the wood notes, it has the amber, that sort of thing. So this is really nice. I mean, the warm notes are the reason why I like this in the first place. Because if it was just the florals, it might be a little bit plain. But when you add those warm notes, it's velvety, it's a little bit sweet, not too sweet. You know, this is more of a dry sort of fragrance. A little bit breezy, but then where those warm notes really drag you in, you know, it's just nice. And the full bottle looks like this. It's very nicely crafted, has some of these doves on the top. So, I mean, this is the classic feminine fragrance, you know, if you don't mind vintage style fragrances, this is a really nice option. Surprisingly long lasting. You know, a lot of these floral fragrances don't last that long, but I would say this easily is a minimum of 6 to 7 hours minimum. So this is a really good option, you know, if you want to go for something a little bit different, a little more classic. But yeah, really nice mix between warm and fresh. Then, so this personally is not a favorite of mine, but I know a lot of people who would die for this fragrance. This is my small sample of La Vie Est Belle from Lancôme. And this is a very sweet fragrance. This has praline, very sweet fruit notes, you know, the sugary dessert sort of smell. And it's very strong. And if you know that you enjoy, you know, those sweet, sugary, foody sort of perfumes, you're gonna really like this. This is it's pretty popular. It's been popular for quite a few years, and I would say it's a pretty good transition from late summer into early fall, because it is so sweet. At least I think it works much better once the weather starts to get a little bit colder. You know, it's not super heavy, but heavy enough that it works, I think, its best when it gets a little bit crisp, a little bit cool outside, you know, because then you can really let it project out into the cool wilderness or your neighborhood. But yeah, nice fragrance if you like sweet notes, but if you don't like sweet notes, you know, you might have some trouble here. And it has great longevity. I mean, 8 hours, I would say, or more. Really crazy longevity. Then, this is for those who do not want to spend a lot, including myself. This is Emerald by Coty, This is another kind of vintage style fragrance. It's a drugstore fragrance. It used to not be. It used to be quite luxurious, but times have changed, unfortunately. But I'm bringing this up because so one of my previous videos, I believe, I mentioned Shalimar by Guerlain as a really nice, autumnal woman's scent. But that's a full-on autumn scent, because it's so strong and spicy and incensey. This is really nice for instead the transition from fall to autumn, because, really good reason, Shalimar was inspired off of this. This came out first in 1921, Shalimar came out after in 1925 and was inspired off of this, which has very similar notes but on a weaker scale compared to Shalimar. So it still has that light incense, light citrus opening, a little bit of musk, a little bit of amber, very similar but on a weaker scale. And I think that makes it perfect for that transitional period because it's still pretty fresh, but it still has those warmer notes as you go into autumn, So I think it's a great fit, personally. And it's very affordable. I got this for $14. Maybe it's $20 by now, but it's still very affordable. And you get a nice big bottle, So, at least in my books, it's a win-win here. Then the last one, for the more modern folks, this is Initio Musk Therapy. So this is famed for its unique smell. Obviously, it is a musk fragrance. This is the Extrait de Parfum. So, it has some persistence. It has some longevity. It's more of an intimate fragrance. More of your general vicinity here. It's not going to spread out too far, but it's a very delicate scent. It's white musk, so not your typical animalistic, super heavy musk. More of a light, feminine, cozy, fluffy sort of musk. So you're getting something super luxurious here. There's a little bit of sandalwood mixed in to make it a little bit woody, a little bit dry. It's not too sweet of a fragrance or anything, more on the natural side. But this is definitely nice because you have those warm notes, but they're just fainter than what you would expect from your typical musk fragrance, So again, that makes it really good. The summer heat is fading and you're going into the cool weather of fall. So at least I think this is a really good option for that as a transitional fragrance. So that is my last choice for this list of summer fall fragrances. So if you have anything to say about these choices or recommendations or just everything to say in general, of course you can leave those down in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.